Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. Now, let's hear directly from our first reviewer about their experience.
This reviewer was initially looking for a printer with a refillable ink tank system and was surprised to find one from a brand they associated with notoriously expensive ink cartridges. Upon receiving it, their first impression was positive. The device feels sturdy and well built, giving the sense that it will last for a long time. The promise of significant savings on ink was a major draw, with the potential to reduce printing costs to a fraction of what they were used to, especially for someone who prints several hundred pages a month. For those who print only occasionally, the benefits might be less pronounced. However, the positive first impressions were quickly challenged by a difficult setup process. The reviewer describes the wireless configuration as a complete nightmare. They found that by default, the printer routes all print jobs over the internet through the company's servers, which drastically slowed down performance even with a very fast home network. This setup also seemed to require an account with the manufacturer, giving them a level of control the client was uncomfortable with. The connection was also unreliable, failing every time there was a power outage. The solution was far from simple, requiring a steep learning curve. This client had to manually assign a static IP address in the printer settings and then configure it directly on each computer. Compounding the issue, the physical interface with its dated buttons and display is not intuitive at all, forcing the reviewer to consult online videos for basic manual commands. In the end, despite the frustrating journey to get it working properly, they are very happy with the printer's performance. They offer a strong caution, however. If you aren't technically inclined or comfortable troubleshooting network settings, you might be better off with a more user-friendly tank printer.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer is generally pretty pleased with this printer. It really packs a punch considering its compact size. What's great is that it does away with those frustrating ink cartridges and uses refillable tanks instead. Our reviewer currently has another printer, and this feels like a real upgrade in terms of color usage and getting the most bang for your buck. Filling the tanks was surprisingly easy, no spills whatsoever, and this client even liked the little sound it made while filling. Everything you need comes in the box, including the manual, but our reviewer preferred downloading the app and just following the instructions on their phone. It was really convenient that the app also lets you send links to other devices for easy installation. The whole setup process is very well designed with a focus on user experience. The standout feature was how smoothly the app synced with this printer. It guided our reviewer every step of the way, giving prompts, and the printer could even sense when a step was completed and communicate that back to the app. Our reviewer had read some concerns about Wi-Fi connectivity, which was a crucial feature for them, and was pleasantly surprised at how quickly it connected to the Wi-Fi. The connection through the app was also seamless. Now, for the areas where it could improve. This client mentioned that for the money, it feels a bit basic. You can find other similar products with more features. Also, the LCD screen is a bit disappointing. A color LCD screen with more functionality would have been a nice addition. Overall, it's a solid printer that can handle a lot of pages, but if you're looking for something super high-tech with a fancy user interface, this might not be the one for you. This client will be using it for their car dealership where speed and cost-effectiveness are important, and it seems like this printer is perfectly suited for that.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer recently purchased this printer and wanted to share their experience. Space was a big factor in the decision, as a new home office cabinet prompted the search for a more compact model. It's important to note that this particular device doesn't have an automatic document feeder, something to keep in mind if that's a frequently used feature. Our reviewer was initially a little apprehensive about filling the ink reservoirs, as it was a completely new experience. However, the process turned out to be surprisingly straightforward and hassle-free. An added bonus is the integrated display on the front of the machine, which provides a clear and constant reading of the remaining ink levels. One of the most pleasant surprises was the cost of replacement ink. This client mentioned ordering extra ink and being thrilled by how much more affordable it was compared to the traditional cartridges used in their previous printer. Finally, and most importantly, the print quality is excellent. The prints come out clean, crisp, and sharp. Overall, this reviewer is extremely satisfied with this printer and how well it fits in the new cabinet.
If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.